Hi guys, so today I wanted to do a makeup tutorial that's actually inspired for fall, but it's a little bit more on the darker side compared to the looks that I usually do on my channel. I basically was shopping at Ulta yesterday and I saw this lipstick called Old Blighty. I feel like I have to say it like that for some reason. From Butter London, and never tried the lipsticks before. I was really curious to see what this one looked like because it's just a beautiful like burnt orange, almost red color. So I swatched it and it was beautiful and I'm like, oh my god, all of a sudden these thoughts of makeup tutorials started coming to my head and I immediately knew I had to buy it. So I did pick it up and then I literally woke up this morning knowing exactly what I wanted to do for this makeup tutorial. So I'm going to show you guys how to get it today. Hopefully you guys enjoy this and I will see you in my next video. Bye. So I'm going to start off today moisturizing my skin. This is Oilatum Natural Repair Face Cream. I got this on Amazon a few months ago. It's actually lasted me a really long time. I feel like it works as a great base. It just really hydrates the skin. I don't feel like super oily or super dry throughout the day. Since I'm going to be using my Fit Me foundation from Maybelline, I want to use a primer like this one from Too Faced. It's the Primed and Poreless Skin Smoothing Face Primer because this foundation is actually very liquidy and it has this effect in it that makes your skin really glow and look dewy, but it can almost look oily. So in order to combat that, I like to use a primer that sort of mattifies the skin. It actually kind of levels it out a little bit and makes the dewiness look more on the natural side rather than the oily side. This is kind of what it looks like right here if my camera will focus. Yeah, it sort of has the same texture as the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. Covers pores so that it just evens out the skin. I have this foundation in 130 and that color would be Buff Beige. I'm going to apply this onto my face. I usually just like to do like little strokes. So I'm just gonna use this to work the foundation into my skin. And you can tell immediately that that primer really works well. I mean, this is not looking anywhere near as oily as it could be looking. Let me know if you guys have tried this foundation before and what you guys think of it. I think it's pretty good for a drugstore foundation. It ain't half bad. Next I'm going to apply concealer. This is Rimmel's Wake Me Up Concealer in Very Fair Light. I'm just going to apply this right underneath of the eye area and create a triangle shape with it. Sort of like that, like an upside down triangle. And I'm going to use my Beauty Blender again to blend this out. I'm going to set my under eye concealer with my MAC Emphasize, and I'm going to be using a new brush actually that I recently picked up from Amazon. It's a tapered kabuki, a tapered kabuki brush, beauty something. I'll put it in the description box. The trick is to not put too much so that it doesn't look cakey, but you also don't want to put too little because then your concealer might crease later on. I usually start out with a little bit and then if I need more, I'll get more. So that's about it for the face makeup right now. I'm going to zoom in. We're going to work on the eyes. Get closer to you guys. What's next? So I'm sorry my eyebrows are looking a little bit wonky right now. I accidentally tweezed this one too much, so let's just get that out of the way. So the first thing I'm going to do for the eyes is prime them. I have this little sample from Urban Decay in Eden. Here we go with the primer. The first eyeshadow that I'm going to go in with is called Vanilla Bean. This is definitely one of my favorites from Makeup Geek. It's like a light cream color. And I'm going to pat this all over the lid area, but don't go above the crease. And this will just give a really nice all over shade to the lid. Next I'm going in with Creme Brulee. This is a really great crease transition color. I'm going to apply this to the crease. You don't need to be super careful with this and use a small brush because you basically just want to get this all over. I'm using a Sigma Tapered Blending E40. I'm just bringing this down as well into Vanilla Bean. Not all the way to the lash line, but you know, you really want to blend those two together. We're going to go in with this, which is my favorite Makeup Geek eyeshadow. It's called Cocoa Bear. It's matte as well. We're just going to start using patting motions on this outer corner of the eye and blending it in. So again, pat it down and blend this baby in. I really love this eyeshadow. It's honestly amazing. Like, it really does warm up your eye look. This is the Sedona Lace 217. I'm gonna lightly go over this to blend out any of the harsh edges. This will just help blend it down in a natural way. So now that we got the lashes on, I'm going to use a little bit of black eyeliner. This is by L'Oreal. It is called Silkissime. And I'm going to apply this right to the lash line so that any gaps are filled. For my eyebrows, lately I've been using this Brow Stylist Sculptor by L'Oreal, I believe. Yeah, this is by L'Oreal. It's really cool because on one side it has a eyebrow pencil, this is in brunette, and then on the other side it has a wax. I don't use the wax because I don't really need it, but I do use this little brush that's on the cap all the time. This thing is amazing. So I'm going to use this cap and I'm just going to brush back and forth through this inner part of my eyebrow. And that'll help bring the product from here to here. I'm going to use a shade called Mocha from Makeup Geek, and this is another one of my favorites. It's also matte. It's basically a dark brown. I'm using an angle brush from BH Cosmetics to apply this. Bring this from the very outer corner and drag it in. Now I am going to apply the bronzer and the blush. I decided today I wanted to use a lighter bronzer. This is NARS Laguna. I almost forgot the name, I haven't used it in so long. I really like this one. It's got a little bit of shimmer to it, but it looks lighter on my skin compared to something like Chocolate Soleil from Too Faced. That one's kind of dark in this cheekbone area. So I'm using actually an e.l.f. mineral powder brush to apply this. You can see this just looks so beautiful on the skin. I absolutely love this. Ooh, I love that. It just warms up the skin, really nice. For blush, I decided to go for Dallas. This is a Dusty Sunset Plum color. That's what it says on the back. And I'm using a Bare Minerals fan brush to apply this. But I think on more olive or darker skin tones, this would look beautiful as well. I'm just blending this in. Don't forget about the rest of the face as well. Sometimes I like to use blush to contour on my forehead rather than bronzer. I feel like it's not as harsh. I'm gonna go through with my beauty blender and just blend that in. Just pressing everything so it really goes into the skin. So this part's completely optional, but I am going to use a finishing powder. This is Mineral Veil from Bare Minerals, one of my favorites. I'm going to tap a little bit into the top. Just going to blend this in all over. I'm going to avoid my under eye area though, because we already set that with powder. So basically just the forehead, nose, and cheeks. Now it's time for the lips. You want to make sure that they are hydrated. I've already used my Yes 2 Carats lip balm in Citrus. I've had this on the whole entire time. Use a lip liner first. So the one I have is actually brand new. This is an Ulta contour lip liner in Cocoa. So we're going to begin with that. And I think that actually looks good on its own too. You could probably rock the lip liner if you want like a matte look. But I wanted to go a little bit more orangey, so I have the perfect lipstick for that. This is by Butter Lemon. I got this yesterday as well from Ulta, and this is actually what inspired this whole entire look. This is what it looks like. It's so gorgeous. Oh my god, I love it. We're gonna apply this right over the lip liner. And actually, as I'm applying this, I really only like it in the center. I was gonna do the whole lip, but I think it looks best just in the center. I like how the outer edges are darker and then this is lighter and glossy. Also gives a little more dimension to the lips too. Ooh, I really like this a lot. This lipstick is actually in Old Blighty. That's the name of it. I should make that the name of this tutorial, Old Blighty. You guys probably won't know what the heck I'm doing. And you'll be like, what the heck is that title? Old Blighty? I'm going to change really quickly into something that actually matches my makeup look. So I will be right back. Alright guys, so this is my nice white dress. I got it from Lulu's actually like 2 years ago. It's kind of old. Most of the clothes I actually have are pretty old. I have this weird thing where I like to keep things that I think I'm going to wear, but then I never do, only on occasions like this. This is it, guys, for the makeup look. I hope you enjoyed this. It was kind of spur of the moment. I was just really inspired by this lipstick, and I wanted to create a look around it that would be great for fall. So I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this tutorial. Please thumbs up this video, give it a like, and I will see you next week with another video. Bye! A little slimmer, but in a not so serious way. And that will help bring the color from here, and that'll help bring the shape. This is a natural fresh glow. Now I have to use my teeth. Ew. It's sort of like the Urban Decay Naked, wait, what? It's sort of like the Urban Decay, Man, it's been recording for 27 minutes. Falling and posing. It's perfect. I'm getting it. I'm getting it.